The day I opened the letter from the HOA, I nearly dropped my coffee. It said my 2,500-acre ranch had been sold at auction because of unpaid HOA dues. But here is the thing, I never signed my land into their HOA in the first place. My family had owned this ranch for over 100 years, passed down through generations with no ties to any neighborhood association. Yet somehow, the HOA board claimed a paperwork loophole gave them the right to seize my land. When I drove down to their office, the smug president of the HOA told me I should have paid the dues on time, and if I wanted my property back, I could bid on it like everyone else. That was the moment I decided to fight back. I spent weeks digging through records deeds and county filings. What I found was shocking. The HOA had been quietly adding properties into their covenants without permission, bullying folks into paying dues, and when someone resisted, they pushed for foreclosure. But they had made one fatal mistake. They had registered their own lakefront neighborhood illegally, too. Their paperwork was riddled with errors, meaning the entire development technically did not exist under county law. Imagine their faces when I showed up at the courthouse with my lawyer. We filed the paperwork to dissolve their claims, and as the legal owner of record, I had the right to liquidate the improperly registered neighborhood. Suddenly, the tables had turned. The same people who laughed at me when they sold off my ranch were now begging me to spare their fancy lakefront homes. I remember walking through that neighborhood with buyers already lined up, developers who had been eyeing the place for years. Families peeked out from behind curtains, their smug HOA board members pale as ghosts. Let me ask you this. If you had the chance to take back everything stolen from you and teach corrupt people a lesson, would you go through with it or show mercy? In the end, I sold the neighborhood legally through the same process they had tried to use against me. My ranch was restored, my family name cleared, and the HOA dissolved forever. The lakefront homes were bought by developers who turned them into rentals, and the former HOA president ended up living in one of the very apartments built on his old street. Funny how karma has a way of balancing the scales.